Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and it looks like another hotfix has just dropped. This is Hotfix 4.2.2 and yeah, it seems to be a pretty decent one, so let's discuss. Does seem that we're going to be getting hotfixes once every 2 weeks instead of once every 1 week, but they seem to be a bit larger, so that works out quite well. Alright, let's get started. We've made some visual adjustments to Satang to ensure lore authenticity, aligning it with the concept art we previously shared within our blog. Alright, so what I'm getting here is Games Workshop wanted Satang to look closer to the artwork. Yeah, fair enough. Nice to see visual adjustments for stuff happening though. Fixed a crash that could occur during the sea encounters. Good, that's something that even I had to rage quit a campaign for. Apparently they've increased the size of griffins on the campaign map, which, okay, not too bad. Replaced assault unit, deal damage to one unit in the target army with assault units. Deal damage spread across a random portion of units in the target army for all characters. This affects the following heroes: River Troll Hags, Skink Oracles, Empire Battle Wizards, Necromancers, Glade Captains, Vlad von Carstein as a hero, Frost Maidens, and Iridescent Horrors. Okay, so they're going to be a bit more better for dealing damage. I don't know a lot of people who actually use those hero stuff. Mostly because I enjoy my heroes in armies so I can use them. But yeah, no, I mean, it's still a good change. Fixed an issue where the Changeling's trickster cults would be revealed when an army, including enemy armies, retreats from a pre-battle involving the Changeling. Okay. Melee units now have a bit of an easier time pinning down Catherine's sled. Ah, they nerfed it. That's a shame. It was so good, though. I mean, there's still some issues with Catherine's sled, but I was a big fan of it just smashing through the enemy lines, much better than an Iron Demon war engine. Let's continue. Catherine's sled can now be more reliably targeted by missile weapons. Good, it was for some reason dodging way too much despite being hit. Fixed a specific issue where legendary heroes would not spawn if the army they intended to spawn at, usually the faction leader, was in a settlement that was under siege. We've noticed some additional edge cases of legendary heroes failing to spawn, which we are currently investigating. Well, it's nice that they finally fixed the legendary hero issue, which started to appear, I think, actually during Shadows of Change. No, this was actually during, I think, either the Chaos Dwarf DLC or during the release of Harry the Hammer. But yeah, it was absolutely frustrating. So it's nice to see that finally fixed, because believe me, the amount of times I'd be streaming that it would happen and then I would just message every single dev I knew like, it's happened again. Good to see that they're actually fixing up some real like campaign enders. Fixed Vlad and Isabella von Carstein not being able to scout ruins when they are heroes. Fixed Vlad von Carstein not spreading growth as a hero. Celestial Lion is now a high threat target. All single entities are high threat targets and take focus damage when caught in a splash attack. Okay, not too bad. This is like the first part of this. Let's continue with the second section. Satang the Watcher causes terror but hasn't been causing fear as intended. We're not sure the dictionary supports our position on the difference, but Satang is too scary for us to tell him no, so now he causes both fear and terror. I was curious as to why he wasn't causing terror. I guess it was just a omission when they were implementing him into the game. Fixed the cafe technology Yin Hex, displaying melee units in its tooltip despite it only applying to range units. Cool. Rachnic's Spider Claw can now equip the Spider Banner Magic Standard as the Spider Gods intended. Cool. I mean, it'd be nice if we had some proper forest goblin units, but hey, hint. Beastmen Advanced Recruitment Horde buildings now correctly appear in their own group. Cool. Fixed an issue with Bretonnia Lords, where their unit cards did not match their 3D model. Yeah, that's usually the case there. Druzina now flips a coin during one of its idle animations instead of simply miming the act. Okay, I mean, it's not the most important thing, but I guess, you know, for immersions and stuff like that. Fixed an issue in the Sisters of Twilight quest battle Search for Seyfin Ha, where the Hearthstone buildings could be manually targeted and destroyed by ranged... Weird. Really? Oh yeah, because they're doodads and sometimes they can be implemented as actual buildings, as like stationary units. That's so weird. Alright, let's continue. Caravan master skills that modify encounters, e.g. amount of cargo paid as toll, or the chance of an ambush battle occurring, are now correctly calculated with each skill level. Cool. Fixed Dreicher not receiving the stolen power trait when unlocking Corridor. Cool. Fixed instances of Heinrich Kemmler's portrait being extremely wide. I don't know what causes this, because every time we get like a major patch, for some reason someone gets really wide. But yeah. Fixed Ulrika Moldova's porthole being too zoomed out. Cool. The 3D porthole of the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch on a disc is no longer focused exclusively on his crotch. Yeah, that's more of a Sineshi thing. Clan Scrat's faction leader, Metastorm, is now properly generated with both a face and a name. The Kislev Redline skill, Creatures of the Land, now correctly states that it applies to Frostworm units. The Bretonian Vow, pledged to campaign, win a siege battle in a desert or jungle climate, can now be completed when reinforcing in battle. Oh, that's actually quite good. Because, yeah, if you're playing as, Alberic, it's sometimes that you'll get into reinforcement battles and so on. So technically that would actually count as a siege. If you've got like multiple armies, yeah, that's pretty good. Added the missing Chaos War Shrine mount to the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch metal. I didn't even know that was missing. Weird. Okay, renamed the Grand Cafe technology Nangao Polearms to Nangao Weaponry to better reflect the effect it provides. Alright, cool. The Chaos Sorcerer and Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Tzeentch metal now correctly have the Prismatic Polarity skill instead of Evasion on their magic line. Awesome. The Lizardmen Exotic Animals resource building now also affects feral troglodyons. The Lizardmen Exotic Animals resource building has a hidden effect reducing recruitment costs. This effect is now visible. I'm fairly sure someone mentioned this in the comments before, like in a previous video, and I just thought, well, why would it be hidden? That's weird. The Hexortal Landmark Building Blessed Incubator now also affects feral troglodyons and Dread Sauron units. When using the MS Store version of Dave, reprocessing the campaign no longer breaks front-end faction selection. And finally, fix the camera clipping into the terrain in the intro cutscene of to Grombrindel's quest battle, Rowan, Helm, or Suthbar. And we got a little bit of a note from Creative Assembly here. Recently we learned that one of the random names generated from the High Elf pool had connotations that could be tied to an abominable character from the 20th century history. Upon learning this, our teams have taken immediate action to return to Warhammer 2 so that we can release an update removing the name. As the name is also accessible within Warhammer 3, we've similarly directed our team to make the very same update here as well. We apologize that the name has been present in the game for this long, and are grateful to those who brought it to our attention so that we could take action. Once again, we thank you for your continued input and feedback on patch 4.2, Hotfix 4.2.1, and the game as a whole. Please keep sharing your insights with us here in CA community, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Well, that's interesting. I wonder how nobody's noticed for so long. I don't know what the name actually is, but, it's been active for a while, apparently. But yeah, that's it. It's a bit smaller than the last hotfix, but I imagine that they're getting ready to do stuff with Thrones of Decay. The reason why I think that is because, well, every 2 weeks instead of every 1 week, it seems that they're slowing down the hotfixes, and it's likely because most of the hands at Creative Assembly on the Warhammer team are likely working on Thrones and patch 5.0, so any of the big things will likely get moved there. So if the trend continues, I imagine that we'll likely either have another hotfix in 2 weeks' time, or that's when they will probably announce Thrones of Decay. Or at the very least start hinting at it, because it's getting really freaking quiet lately, as you can imagine. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this all in the comments below. There's going to be a link to the CA community page so you can comment on these hotfixes and if there's anything that's not working and so on, because these things happen. And yeah, have a good day everyone. I'll see you all again very, very soon.